A dirty engine bay, only a few minutes to clean it. Stay tuned for an express engine bay detail, safely removing all this dirt and doing it fast.
A dirty engine bay can be a total eyesore.
Today we're going to go into a very quick way to get your engine bay clean. This has red dust from Prince Edward Island, Canada, famous for their potatoes and their red earth. That's what this is. We have all clean, diluted 15:1.
So Ivan's foaming on all clean. It does also come in our concentrate. So if you don't have a fancy foamer, you can buy all clean just like this in a 16-ounce bottle. If you buy it in the big concentrate, you dilute it 15:1. If you buy it like this, it's ready to use. Now, we do like it in the foam. It tends to clean a little bit better. It has that extra dwell time. So if you have that foamer in your garage or in your budget, it does come in handy on wheels and tires and on engine bay cleaning. But if this is the first time you've heard of DIY Detail, our all clean in a bottle will work as well.
Now you notice I sprayed from the front from one side. I'm going to go to the other side. This way I know I'm getting everything covered. There are things you can see from one side that you can't see from the other, and the same thing goes with the spray wand.
What should folks be concerned about if this is a modern vehicle?
It's a modern vehicle, there's nothing to be concerned about. This engine, or in the Jeep, it's actually designed to be up to water right there. So all this can be 100% underwater, it doesn't matter. And just this, once we rinse it off, will make a world of difference. Now, the outside of the vehicle we already washed. Ideally, you'll do this before washing your vehicle. We're just gonna hose it off and dry it one more time. But you wanna do this before washing your vehicle because there will be a little bit of stuff coming out of here when we rinse it clean.
You're gonna notice that we're letting it dwell here. Dwell time is huge. It's allowing this chemical to continue to work for you without any manual labor on your part. Essentially, you wanna let this dwell until it's almost dry, but you never want something to totally dry up on you. We're trying to leverage that dwell time until it doesn't wanna dwell anymore. And if you're in direct sunlight, don't do this.
The bit of all clean that went onto the fenders and the grill here, those I'm gonna rinse off immediately. Just keep those areas safe. Once most of it has gone down, so most of the foam is gone, that's when I'll start rinsing. We can see in the foam how brown the foam is. So it's picking up all that dirt, it's emulsified it, it's bringing it, lifting it to the surface. So you can see all of that here, just how gungy it is. And when we rinse this away, for all intents and purposes, this engine will be clean. But we have one more quick little step that's gonna help just a little bit more.
Would you recommend the DIYer out there use a garden hose instead of a pressure washer?
Garden hose is great. I'm using a pressure washer. We wanna reduce the amount of water in the air here, and the humidity level is quite high. I'm using a 40-degree tip, and the 40-degree tip fans it out more. The more we're fanning it out, the less direct pressure we have on things.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna be in like this with the pressure washer.
Ivan, we decided to do this video as a fast way to detail your engine bay. There are more involved ways that would involve us reapplying the all clean, agitating it in, rinsing it again.
Right.
We're choosing to do this as a quick and easy way, which is a little bit less redundancy in the steps. But are we not agitating at all?
No, we're not agitating at all.
Okay.
Now, one thing you'll notice is everything's beating under here. This engine has been cleaned before by Sylvie, and she used quick beads. So quick beads is doing that for us. It makes it so that literally water might have rinsed this off, but we just want to be sure. Now, foaming is always fun. If you have a foam cannon, this is the time to use it. Stay away there, Nick.
All right. Now this is incredible suds.
Yes. So basically what we're doing here is just helping or using the incredible suds to carry more dirt away. And now we have a nice white engine bay.
So you start with the all clean for the foam, then you rinse it, then you use incredible suds, which is our relatively pH neutral soap.
Right.
And then we're gonna rinse that away.
Right. Now, again, I'm gonna rinse. Rinsing the soap off the surface so we don't have potential spotting issues. Cleaning an engine. You always want it to be cool to the touch. You don't want a hot engine. You don't want to be doing this that way. If you're concerned about the electronics in your engine, you're worried that your plugs may not be exactly waterproof the way they're supposed to be, unplug the battery. That way, none of the electronics are live. Clean your engine, let it air dry for a couple hours, then plug the battery back in.
How long do we let this dwell for?
Again, we're just waiting for the suds to subside a little bit, because if we have all the suds here and we start pressure washing, we're gonna be throwing suds all over the room. So we may as well let them do the work. They're emulsifying, they're carrying that dirt, and since I put so much on there, I used what? Almost half a foam cannon. Since I put so much on there, it's grabbing that dirt and it's everywhere in here. Everywhere you look is covered in suds.
It's one of those principles of cleaning that when we do this long enough, agitation is a huge principle of cleaning. We're leaving that out, right?
Right.
So you have to sort of make up for that with a little bit more time of dwell time.
Yeah.
Chemical, agitation, time. Those are some of the principles. Chat, I bring that up a lot. Chemical, heat, agitation, time.
Well, in this case, we're using watch, because we're using water, agitation, which we're not using, time, which we're using, chemical, which we're using, and we're not using heat.
So when you have something you're not using, you have to bring the others up.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're amplifying the dwell time here. Very quick process though. I mean, if you were saying I'm not gonna use the dwell time, you know, try it, see what happens. Worst case scenario, you try it again.
Yeah, and it's, even with the dwell time, we'll be in under 15 minutes. So, got my 40-degree pressure nozzle. I'll stand back a little bit. Almost there, Nick. One last little operation, that is quick beads. Now, there are two ways of using quick beads in this instance. One would be to spray it on the surface and let it dwell a few seconds, rinse it away. The other is to spray it in my jet of water. and that gets it in everywhere.
Oh, I like that.
The engine cover is almost dry already.
Would there be a benefit to then using like a garden hose for a final rinse, or is that just unnecessary?
Unnecessary at this point. We have a leaf blower here. We'll give it a quick pass with the leaf blower, close the hood, we're done for today. If you have any questions, leave them below. We love answering your questions. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? And what's another video they could watch, Nick?
If you're more interested in a longer, deeper dive engine bay detail where we go into some of the potential dangers, some of the whys, some of the things that are happening in your engine you might want to know more about, you've had a little taste and you want more, that video, folks, is right here.